Hey, shalom, shalom. I got something I want to share with you today. You know, what you believe determines what you notice. And not because reality changes, but because your attention does. You know, two people can look at the same world and walk away with completely different conclusions. It happens all the time. One sees order and purpose and meaning, and the other guy sees chaos and randomness and injustice. The environment didn't change, the observer did. Now, if you're one of the guys that trains yourself to expect failure or disappointment and hostility, you are never going to have a lack of evidence to support that expectation. Your mind is going to filter everything through that assumption, and you'll call it being realistic. But that's not realism, that's conditioning. When a man fixates on what's wrong or what's unfair, or what's stacked against him, he reinforces that loop that keeps producing the same outcomes. And that loop eventually becomes his identity. And his mantra is, this always happens to me. And once that takes hold, responsibility leaves, quietly exits the room. And also at that point, your greatest opposition is not society or circumstance or fate. It's the unchecked garbage narrative running through your own head. And until you challenge it, correct it, and discipline it, the world is going to continue to feel hostile and uncooperative. Not because it truly is, but because you've decided, consciously or not, to interpret it that way. But here are 3 things you can do right now to start breaking that pattern. First, I want you to take responsibility for your internal dialogue. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. When something goes wrong, if your default response is blame, excuses, or resignation, I want you to correct it immediately. You don't fix outcomes until you first fix the narrative running in your head. Secondly, I want you to stop rehearsing failure. A lot of people will mentally practice everything that could go wrong and then call it being prepared. But that's not preparation, that's sabotage. Preparation asks a question: what will I do if this gets hard? Rehearsing failure just convinces you to not try. Finally, and third, act before you feel ready. Momentum isn't the result of clarity or motivation, it's the result of movement. Take one disciplined, constructive action today. Even one small one. Action interrupts rumination, and rumination is where pessimism lives. Always forward.